Hello guys, so today in this video I will show you the whole bunch of deck lists that I got from the webcam tournaments from the people that was able to take the top 16 places or top 8 and so on. So from the blue we can see some interesting decks. So a lot of blue were using Omnimons, but we can see that some people were using decks from the trial decks, cards from the trial decks, and Kokito's Breath, some did not, and some did use the Tamers and some did not use the Tamers, and a lot of people used Volcanic Dramon against those rush decks. Here you can see my deck list. If you're interested in that a bit more, then you can just click the link up and see about this deck a little bit more. Some of people were using the Vanyanmons and other people were using the Digitamo from the trial deck, so that is also an option. And we even found the Garurumon build that managed to place the top 16. It is very interesting because it is Garurumon. And some of players did use the Leomon in their builds, which I believe it is very nice card. And a lot of blue, as I mentioned before, decked the Volcanic Dramons. Again, we can see here Sea Dramons instead of Metal Garurumons, which is a nice idea. Again, this build uses Metal, Sea Dramon, one Volcanic Dramon, and Vanyanmon. Sea Dramon, Volcanic Dramons, 2 copies of it. I can just see that a lot of builds were based on Omnimons. 2 Sea Dramons, again, 1 Garurumon from the promo packs. I believe that card is very nice, but I just didn't like that it was 6000. And this one uses Machine Dramon and 1 Metal Garurumon from the trial deck. Well, that is definitely an interesting idea. We can also see Puppetmon and Volcanic Dramon against other decks and through Kokito's Breath. Now here we can see that there is blue and yellow decks that are playable. So that is definitely an interesting idea. It is a rush deck that just relies on yellow abilities to heal themselves, to heal their security, and on Hammer Spark to finish opponent's turn. Another blue-yellow deck which uses Puppetmons as well to take that control over the field. And here we can see that we have some Salada decks. They use green, purple, yellow, blue, a lot of cards that just were punched together, and it relies a lot on Puppetmon. Another yellow-blue deck, another Salada, yellow, green, yellow, blue, black, wow, just whatever you want to have here, you just place it. And it uses Flower Cannons, which is a strong card, and it uses Chumon to counter the opponent's get +1 memory abilities. Another Puppetmon deck, so we can see a lot of blue, a little bit of purple, Tapiramon to get that draw 1 card, to not break that often, Hammer Sparks, and 4 copies of Puppetmon. It also uses Monmon. Then we can see, wow, it has Magna Dramon, it has 2 Puppetmons, it has 2 Sea Dramons, it has 2 Volcanic Dramons, and it has 3 Lilithmons. So I definitely like the Lilithmon with her potential to use all colors option cards with her. So I definitely like Lilithmon because she has a very nice ability that you get +2 memory when you use an option card, and you do not need to use purple option card to do that. So in the future we can definitely see her being used like that. Then moving to the red decks, we can see Omnimon red decks, a lot of them. We can see again another Omnimon red, and also the Galathmon decks that uses from 2 up to 3 Omnimons and 4 or 2 copies of Galathmons, and some even uses the Metal Greymons, which I don't really like to use in that kind of deck. Okay. This red build uses Magnadramon to heal themselves. So yeah, Puppetmon, Magnadramon, Volcanic Dramon and Seedramon, those are attack choices, depending on your locals, depending on your meta. This guy played Tyrannimon deck, red Tyrannimon, that uses Taiga to get that power boost and evolution less cost for the Tyrannimons, and it uses Flower Cannon because it is a very strong card in your security zone. Another red Omnimon. Again, this time we can see a red deck that uses Angelmon just to get that +1 security. Heal security. We can see some builds that are using only 3 copies of Gaia Force. And we also had a lot of green rush decks because this deck is just so much cheaper than others and it's easy to build. Mimi Tachikawa lets you to make your deck much more faster if you manage to place her together with another level 5. And this deck also uses 1 Kabuterimon, 2 Puppetmons and and 2 Kakuamons to get that +1 security check. Another green deck that also uses 1 Kabuterimon. Again, very similar green deck, but this one, it also uses the Rosemon. So yeah, and if you don't know yet, Rosemon had this ruling that the opponent chooses the target, but now it is fixed and changed that the controller of this card chooses the target, which makes sense. And then we have very interesting green build that uses this egg that gives you +3 memory when you attack. Then you just place from your hand the Gururumon, which is blue, to make your egg stand again and attack again and just get those memories. And that, I believe, you can check this guy's YouTube link and he will explain how this deck works, but you just get the extra attack on the same turn, I believe. Then we can see one yellow deck that managed to place top 8, and yeah, you can check it out. I don't yet play yellow, but it's definitely a nice color to play. And let's go to the purple. So purple color is actually very strong, but we had this kind of stressful situations in the WebCam tournament when you have only 50 minutes to play. So it is very stressful because purple often goes 1-2. We can see that a lot of purples use Millenniums just to counter that Omnimon. And I myself wanted to play purples as well in this tournament, but just because of that time limit I choose not to. This one uses Volcanic Dramon in his purple build. And this one uses Metal Garurumon purple ones and Magna Dramons to heal their security. Again, we can see tech choices like Puppetmon and Magna Dramon. And finally, we have some black lists. Well, black lists that topped surprised me just because they topped. Sorry. So again, we can see Volcanic Dramons as tech choices against the Rush decks. We have bunch of Millenniums to play against the Omnimons. Again, the same situation, Volcanic Dramons, Millenniumons, and some other, again, Millennium. This time we have Machine Dramons and Chumon. And finally, another build that uses Millennium, Volcanic Dramons, Wargreymon, and some Machine Dramons. So yeah, that is all in this video. I hope you like it, and see you in the next video. Mamantai!